Hello everyone! Oh, look guys, we have visitors!
Hello.
Say hi to everyone!
My name is Kazu.
I hope none of you mind strangers popping up in my video, but please still do enjoy part 2 of my spaceship build. So let's get on with the video.
Help. Since when there's a wall here?
Don't worry about it.
What are the rooms for?
Bedrooms.
Make sense. Something about this hallway feels like a word.
The parts of the build I'll be tackling today are the gym, bedrooms, a small game room, and a weapons area. Right now, I'm starting from where we left off last video, which is the bedroom or cabin area that sits just across the utilities area. My idea for the bedroom is to give it a semi-uniform pattern to give it a feeling of corporation or a college dorm campus, but without the fun bright light parties you see in movies.
OMG BEDS. We now have BEDS AWW. It's cute.
Do you like the rooms?
Looks good so far, but
Thanks.
it will be even prettier soon. Flowers, cute lights, bookshelf.
Yep.
Looking forward to them.
Placing some plants in the rooms to give the residents of the spaceship some more natural fresh air to breathe in, and some liveliness into the build. By adding the painting, it would work as a decoration or a screen for the passengers to use. But to still keep the high-tech feel of the build, I incorporated the posts, counters, and berries again to generate floating panels and a digital system. I also used a mat on top of the table to create a tablet or integrated screen inside of the table. Sadly, due to the game's layering, I cannot do it onto the horizontal tables. The floating screens really bring together the high-tech feel I was going for, making it seem like the ship was made in 2077. Also adding some tools on top of the tables like pencils, or if you use your imagination, a digital art pencil to use for the screens.
I'm back from war.
What?
War,
When?
just now.
What?
Do you have a towel? I need to wipe
Yes.
my face.
In there.
Thanks.
The bathroom.
Going back to the build, I placed the berries as control buttons for the panel and place a green unlit sparkler to make it seem as if a screen is there.
I'm sure it's fine.
Don't jinx it.
Quick reminder to please subscribe for more content like this. Thank you! I decided to place some couches by the window to make it more comfortable to sit up close to the window where the passengers and crew can see the galaxy. Just imagine drinking your favorite beverage or snack while looking at the millions of stars that shine in the galaxy. It'll be a definite sight to behold. To make the overlapping transitions of the furniture more smooth, I placed pillows on top to hide the gaps of and wooden frames of the chairs and couch. Now, for the lore like I promised last video. As the survivor wakes up in a familiar yet strange room, her instincts kick in to go outside and gather intel about the planet she might be on. But the sight of the countless stars and the cold darkness of the galaxy of her window stops her. Just across from the room that holds her was the captain talking to a fellow crew member in the gym area. And as soon as the shuttle doors of her room opened, they saw her walk out with a pencil clasped between her fingers. Now, we'll leave the lore on a cliffhanger for now and return to the build. I had worked on a gym before, so I started placing objects I had used before, such as rods, seats, ingots, and towels on the floor to mimic the gym area. I maximized the area by making everything portrait, as well as not wanting to leave the area without some high-tech appearance or accessories. I placed a hologram in front of the treadmills and yoga area. You can imagine what might be on it, but it can be from settings to yoga videos or speed limits. Now, let's get back to the lore. The captain and the crew members sat her down in the med bay to check on her vitals and physical condition. This is the moment where everyone meets her properly and the survivor properly introduces herself. They all have a moment to discuss what her side of the story is, but it is what it is from what they uncovered from the records. But before going back to their work, they leave her with two of the other girl members in their team at the lobby. Let's quickly return to the build. We can finally remove the green, color-clashing floor and replace it with something with a more suitable design, and completing the cabin build of the spaceship. Moving on from that area, I start to build the games corner, but that felt like it might not work. So I attempt several ideas popular to Ponytown, such as this attempt at a minibar and pool table. I go back and forth with the ideas before settling on a classic game table you see in arcades. Now, if you've reached this far into the video, please comment what game is playing on the table. I look forward to your answers. Using a counter, ingot, and a few color variant berries, I create the game table with a black backdrop screen using mats. And quickly running back to the lore, the female crew members invite her to join them in the game's corner to beat the highest score. As she joined them in their game, she started to open up a little and asked if she could pick something up from the planet. But to her disappointment, they refuse, and with the air slowly turning serious, she instead smiles and gives an excuse to herself and not push the subject of returning to the planet. Afterwards, once they leave, she's left alone going back to her room. She stumbles across the guy that figured out that she's alive. They both have a sweet moment together. Ooh, romance. Anyways, she opens up to her reason of wanting to go back when he asked about it. And to his surprise, there was another survivor with her. That was her friend. Opening up that she at least wanted to retrieve his body out of respect. And that's it for the lore. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and that's the end of it. But let's continue with the spaceship build. Now working on the hallway that I left last video, I felt that it needed something to make it make sense. So I added airlocks. This is the space in between, the inside of the spaceship and the outside leading to the endless universe. This would also hold a lot of heavy security because of the amount of weaponry and the hallways leading to the command center. I designed the weapons using ingots and crystals to create the futuristic look. I was inspired by the designs I searched on Google and the popular space movies I've seen before. I also created crystal energy capsules that could be considered ammo to load inside of the weapons. Since I already was satisfied with the 2 crystal guns, I wanted to make a large cannon or sniper rifle with the larger capsules needed to load the weapon. Thank you so much for reaching so far into the video. Here's a little sneak peek and surprise if it was dark and how the lights would be positioned inside of the spaceship. And this is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye bye!